Damn. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, I can't wait for Lucy to come on the 29th. Why not make that really far away? Ah, fuck no. My neighbor's selling. I haven't heard from him ever since. Ever since. Ever since. And she wants to tell you too, so I don't you tell your mother this because so a week back, way before she got her down. Okay, bud? So she had she had two options. To cut her fucking hair off or to fucking leave it. Well, she decided to cut her fucking hair off. So that's why I don't fucking like her anymore. I like her old self. For work. Yeah. Yeah. But um hold on. If my mom's if my mom's friend is watching right now, I know. I'm just ready to wait for Brian to take his goddamn grab something to drink because I got done 2 times. Uh, but do you have allergies pills? Ah, I was thinking. I I was thinking if you could take your allergy meds. Oh, crown. Send me to the moon, boys. Send me to the moon. Fun. Guys, I'm sending you to the moon. Bam. We are right here. I'm trying to get you guys. Oh, motherfucker. Yeah, my mom's friend brought me back last night. This morning. Ugh. Oh, let it settle for a fucking hour. Then, because I was gagged on 2 times. That's bad. So, let's, because I don't want to take it now, because if I do, it will be ruthless. I do have a heater, but it's not AC. But yeah, I can't wait for the Jolly go on Nuke Fork on Monday. I can't wait, Glenn. Ow! Motherfucker. What in hell, mate? That's what they call me. What teammate? Or party out. Yeah, yeah, shut up. Bloody man. Bloody mate. Yeah, excuse. Bloody mate. If I keep calling you bloody mate, I haven't heard from Joe, so he's probably asleep. Can't connect to this network. Am I fucking paused or what? Nope. I was going to take that out today, but so you fixed it? Why? Oh yeah. Yeah, because it is so fucked up because
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Vlog. Now today's video is really like 13 years in the making. 2011, Geneva, Switzerland. At the Geneva Motor Show, Lamborghini drops the Aventador. My jaw hits the floor, and then there that day, way too soon, I think to myself, how is Lamborghini ever going to top the Aventador? What is the Aventador replacement going to look like? We now know it's Revuelto. 6.5 liter V12, 1,000 horsepower, electric. shit. And over here in this car, like off the garage, that is beautiful. I should have packed last night, but, well, here we are again. So we're headed out to Ohio for the Triple F event on Sunday. If you live in the greater Midwest area, I'd love to see you out there. We gotta pack up, we gotta get laptop, camera equipment, drone, and clothes. Now, my flight is not until 5:30 p.m., so I'm not worried about missing out on that. It's the Revolta test drive. The car is a dealership demo car. I looked at a driver for maybe 20, 25.
Hey, yo!
Also, the Ridge Carry-On. I've been using this thing for 6 months. This is unbreakable. Now, the real question for Triple F, how hard do we want to flex? We got the Duckies with the Sunnies. That's pretty cool. That might be a little too hard. I've always loved this pair. We're going to need a couple pairs. We're going for 3 days. I think we're bringing out the pink Gators. And I also love all the different travel cases that come with the Ridge Carry-On. We have a sleeve here for the laptop. It's just really nice to be able to organize all my camera equipment within the carry-on. We got battery chargers here, we got batteries there. It all fits in seamless. And yes, of course, today's video has been sponsored by the Ridge, which is sick. And I absolutely love the locking mechanism here. The handle is really durable. It comes in 5 different colors. The wheels rotate 360 degrees, making it super easy to maneuver. All packed up, locked and loaded, and as luck would have it, a monsoon just at the city of Utah. To show you guys how confident I am in the Ridge Carry-On being waterproof, we're just going to set it down here in the rain. We're going to walk away, and the heavens are going to prove the method of the man. It's hailing right now, and they're not like the biggest hail you've ever seen in your entire life. All right, we get it. Don't worry, the Ridge is 30% thicker than a standard Carry-On. All right, I got to go move some cars. This was nothing not supposed to happen mid-sponsor bits, but such is life. Whew, that hail's pretty big. I realize you guys might not be all too impressed. We're going to speed up this process. We're bringing out the heavy artillery. We're going to turn it up to full capacity. Instead of watering the lawn, we're going to water the Ridge Carry-On. I told you, baby, this thing is waterproof. Just to make it easier, we're going to go in here. Everything is dry as can be. Your laptop is good. All the clothes are good. We're set. I legit, 7 minutes later, it was nothing but sunny and blue skies. Monsoon out there in the distance. Now, the Ridge also has a larger check-in luggage that comes and not going to be a big game over. All right, we have big power. This go powder really fast. This M2, turn them on. They just started blowing on my backside, which feels very. And I will be stereotypical. That phone's is corrupt. Turbine. This thing, well, spec. I canceled. Walk at a car show or in the Lamborghini Lounge is special, but seeing it up in the Utah sun on the road is just a whole different level. This car from every single angle is just. Look at you. You've never looked better. You're glistening. Wait, so you're well, this is such a long time. So we have 175 miles on the odometer. This thing is brand spanking new. So you got 1,000 horsepower, electrification, 6.5 liter V12, 0 to 60. I'm putting you on the spot, Tom. You kidding? That's not good. And goes and goes. It still has the 12,000 RPM. Get a little bit of clearance. You thought we were in Utah. We're actually Mexico. Oh my gosh. That is insanity. The way the rest collide is out of control. What? Dime. It's just like so addicting. Watching that screen over climb. I gotta put the camera in my face, obviously, because, you know, just for legal reasons, whatnot. But goodness. It's just so addicting. The downshifts sound deadly as well. There's no aftermarket exhaust in this car quite yet. Oh man, this thing is gonna scream. We have been given the nod to turn it into Corsa mode. See if there's a little bit of difference. You guys know in an Aventador, Corsa mode is absolutely crazy. Corsa mode in a dashboard, right? Yet, no launch control, right? Someday. Hey, oh my gosh, twin launch control. Maybe someday, maybe if we get it on the racetrack someday. So, look both ways. Okay, oh my gosh, that's so. Okay, okay, that is not this bar. It's not for sale, right, Tom? I can about in the wild. It's just all. So I just got passenger. Yes, actually passenger. Someone's feel. It is a different feel in the passenger seat because I'm not controlling the throttle or the brakes or the steering at all. This thing just pushes you back in the seat, and the downshifts are deadly. Like that is a stock exhaust. Imagine you remove like a little bit of restriction. This thing is gonna scream. Corsa, oh my gosh! Hold up, relax, boys. That is 55 miles. Oh, see, I'm kidding. Wow, you are just pent, and each gear shift you not anything whatsoever to infinity at the ultimate better. In V mode, you can't even hear the V12 whatsoever. Calm, cool, collected. No big deal. Dagan is telling. Are you kidding me? Grandpa mode. Whoa. All right, we're going back. We're gonna go drive another couple hours. Sorry about that, Dagan. See, look. I should have driving around in Corsa situations where the single clutch is a little bit of a back and forth roller coaster, but it's not for the faint of heart. I don't really mind it, to be honest. Like traffic and Vuelta, no question, Maze are the thousand up. I'll have the Lamborghini Vuelta configurator doing a little bit of daydreaming, and these three colors really stood out to me. We've got blue Glauco up top, blue Cephas in the middle, and Viola Bass on the bottom. So Viola Bass, that's color Schmies STO. Blue Cephas, you might remember the Centenario I filmed in Hawaii years ago. I'm not saying with a gold bright, we're not going stealthy, you guys know my style. I want a color that matches the garage perfectly. Now, Revuelto coming to the channel soon. Maybe sooner than you think.
Yeah.
I built a mobile design studio equipped with a 3D printer on top so that I could design products no matter where I'm going. And that's because my building recently caught on fire and the sprinkler system completely flooded my studio. So now we have to gut the entire place and completely rebuild it from the ground up. So in the meantime, I decided to pick up this red metal rolling cart, and I thought it could be a good base. The first upgrade I wanted to do is replace these flimsy wheels it came with these much bigger ones that'll give me a little bit more traction when I'm rolling down the street. And luckily, I still had a brand new 3D printer still in the box, so I knew it wouldn't have any water damage. It's the Bamboo A1 Mini, and it's a tiny little size that I thought would fit perfectly on top of the cart. If you remember from a previous project, I had that big generator power bank, and that was going to be able to fit on the bottom rack here, and I could take the power cord and wrap it around the post. I also wanted to have some of my go-to tools with me, so I got this crate that could be divided up into 2 different sections, and I loaded it up with everything I might need for a project. Then got the first print going, and now I could hit the streets while all the construction is going on. I built a mobile...
This guy wanted to show how clean his car is.
Then talk to me, Dan, or else I'm gonna throw you in the fire!
I charged $3,000 for the.
Maybe hotline, please hold me close to
Have you ever noticed that a flame doesn't have a shadow? I mean, the match has a
Low iron chip.
If you eat small brains, this...
Some people are just idiots. This person tweeted out a picture of them on a plane, and it says, "Goodbye, United States. Hello, Hawaii." Who's gonna be the one to tell them? Some people are just idiots. This person tweeted out a picture of them on a plane, and it says, "Goodbye, United States. Hello, Hawaii." Who's gonna be the one to tell them? Some people are just
I
idiots.
follow this
This
guy
person tweeted out a picture of them on a
this guy is.
Some people are just idiots. This person tweeted out a picture of them on a plane, and it says, "Goodbye, United States. Hello, Hawaii." Who's gonna be the one to tell them?
I will put him in my description so you can subscribe. Because he stole me off because of it. Oh my god, my location was in Peru. Damn. Hey! Oh my god. Yeah.
November 1918. Obvious that 3 massive steamers would be required to maintain a regular weekly schedule across the Atlantic. Titanic and Olympic were built side by side at Harland and Wolff, and it was Olympic which was completed first and sailed on a maiden voyage in June 1911. Titanic's completion was delayed thanks to a couple of Olympics mishaps, including a collision with the British cruiser Hawke, but in April 1912 the ship was finished and ready for her maiden voyage. White Star Line gave Titanic the full PR treatment, and she was billed as both the largest and safest vessel afloat. Just as Olympic had before her, Titanic departed Southampton on April 10th, 1912, although with maybe less fanfare than had been afforded her sister. Even this wasn't without incident, however. As she sailed past, Titanic's wake drew in the steamer New York, and a collision was only narrowly averted. Some took this as an ill omen, and indeed it was the first of many similar incident on the North Dill, which approached it. The helm swung over and the engine stopped. Off that ice, the White Star and the ship's hull. It's been thought that if Murdoch had delayed, 1912 Titanic arrived safely in New York for the first time, although with a fairly obvious scratch along her starboard bow, which attracted much attention. Although with April 7th delayed, a few was put back on and the ship resumed her voyage. It's been thought that if Murdoch had delayed a few more moments, the collision could have been much more serious. On Wednesday, April 17th, 1912, Titanic arrived safely in New York for the first time, although with a fairly obvious scratch along her starboard bow, which attracted much attention.
Oh, wow!
Titanic and Olympic had successful seasons in 1912 and 1913, and there was a third sister on the way, Britannic. In 1913, Olympic went for a refit, which saw her receive a Parisian cafe like her younger sister had, and on completion she was actually bigger than Titanic. But instead of running the two sisters against one another, White Star Line simply referred to both of them as the biggest ships in the world. In February 1914, Britannic was completed and introduced to the lineup, and the Olympic-class trio was at last fully operational. The director of the White Star Line, Bruce Ismay, could see his ultimate shipbuilding dream play out. The company recorded massive profits, and the enormous Britannic, which featured more luxurious spaces than Olympic and Titanic, was hugely popular. Sadly, however, world events were to intercede, and this would be the only time the Olympic-class trio would sail together as conceived by Ismay and Co. back in 1909. The outbreak of the First World War was a disaster for the Atlantic shipping trade, as it was for the rest of the world in general. And initially, the Olympic-class trio was laid up before briefly resuming voyages with greyed-out superstructures. Finally, in 1915, the three were properly mothballed while the White Star Line discussed agreements with the Admiralty. First, Olympic and Titanic were converted to use as troopships.
Okay.
Titanic was placed under the command of Captain Charles Bartlett. She received a trio of 4.7-inch guns, with a forward pair firing both port and starboard on the forecastle, and one centrally mounted gun at the stern. Her lifeboat capacity and that of her sisters was boosted, with radial davits installed along the boat deck bulwark, and 10 additional 30-foot boats with collapsibles placed underneath. Her funnels were blackened, and windows and promenades along D, C, B, and A deck were blocked out to prevent light spillage. Olympic and Titanic were predominantly tasked with ferrying troops to the Dardanelles campaign, and operated between Liverpool and Mudros, but by late 1915, casualties in Gallipoli had become so severe that there was a desperate need for hospital ships. Britannic, which was by then midway through conversion into a troop ship, was instead converted into a hospital ship, repainted white and placed under the command of Captain Herbert Haddock. Titanic followed suit in January 1916 and was recalled to Belfast for conversion. She returned to service in her all-white guise as the HMHS Titanic in mid-February that year.
Oh, wow.
Photographs from around this period show Titanic and Olympic both anchored facing each other in Mudros Harbour. Titanic's time as a hospital ship was marred with a number of small collisions and incidents, but ultimately she carried thousands in relative safety. In November 1916, Britannic struck a mine off the island of Kea and began to sink. Tragically, the ship could not be beached in time, and there was a struggle on board to lower the ship's boats from their well-end davits against a serious list. Britannic sank in under an hour and some 564 crew, nurses and medical personnel perished. Titanic was again called back to Belfast for conversion work as the tempo of the war shifted, and she would again return to the Atlantic Ocean. 1917 was a crucial year for the Allied powers. The United States joined the war in April of 1917, and Titanic, along with Olympic, became tasked with crossing the Atlantic to ferry troops to the Western Front. To this end, Titanic received a complex dazzle paint scheme to disorient enemy submarines, as well as 4 BL 6-inch guns. Interestingly, however, Olympic received an additional pair in her forward well deck, which Titanic did not. Titanic's primary weapon during this time, however, was her speed, and she used this well, often sailing in excess of 20 knots. While Olympic encountered a number of German submarines during the war, Titanic did not. A periscope was thought spotted by the crew in late August 1917, although no torpedoes were reported, and Titanic escaped by sailing away in a zigzag. In May 1918, Olympic famously ran down and sank the German submarine U-103, earning the ship further accolades and solidifying her nickname, the Old Reliable. Titanic did have one shot at glory, although this too evaded her grasp. In July 1918, distress rockets were spotted fired off on the horizon, and an investigation revealed these to be fired from the small Cunard liner Carpathia, which had been torpedoed and was sinking fast. Titanic, which was empty of troops, approached to render assistance. However, the destroyer HMS Snowdrop had arrived on scene and signaled to Titanic with flags that the enemy submarine was still at large and she should depart. Titanic made steam, sailed away, and arrived safely in Liverpool. In October 1918, Titanic was involved in a collision with a collier, and her stem was fractured, causing her forepeak to take on water. This necessitated the ship be taken from service back to Belfast for repairs. So it was that on Armistice Day in November 1918, while Olympic was triumphantly moored in New York Harbour after a 28th trooping voyage, Titanic was moored at the Harland and Wolff fitting out wharf. It was something of an ignominious end for the mighty ship's wartime service, the reliable through war-torn ocean. A decade of success for the White Star Line. The loss of Britannic had been a blow, but the introduction of RMS Majestic as a running mate to Titanic and Olympic saw the line once more get that a point appearance. Younger and the majestic, the ostentatious and the famous. Titanic's first class on their own pride, the same A-deck screen B-deck. On World War demonstrated the need for war. On fortunes slowly began. Olympic was hit in and lost to time, and the other was a 9. On top of all her returning 1920. Here that Olympic and Titanic would struggle to compete against the superliners under construction in Germany, Italy and France. In 1930, Titanic's central turbine casing was found to have a crack in it, and she limped back to Belfast for repair. Once there, however, it was decided that this would be the end of the line for Titanic. She was pulled from service, even though her machinery was still relatively sound. After 18 years at sea, the mighty liner made her final voyage to Rosyth, Scotland, and the Breakers Yard. Olympic would follow suit in 1935, when she too would be scrapped at Jarrow. So there you have it, escape, living in her older sister's shadow. It's really easy to think of Titanic today, in between all of her incidents and accidents during and after the war, as line 800 troops destined for battlefields in North Africa. For days now, the ship is hidden from enemy submarines in rain squalls and sailed an unpredictable zigzag course run out. From ocean, Britannic served in 2 world wars and was once a favorite. She dominated the transatlantic trade, but few could have imagined that she would one day set the stage for one of the largest single losses of life at sea in human history. Britannic's story began with the conception of the Olympic-class ships, a trio of ocean liners that would work in tandem to carry passengers across the Atlantic in enhanced standards of comfort and safety. The latter part of that equation was shattered early on when in April of 1912, the second liner of the trio, Titanic, sank after striking an iceberg on her maiden voyage. Britannic was unfinished at the time of Titanic's loss, so construction was halted as B-deck and she received a double hull. Her watertight compartments were mostly raised as high as B-deck and she received a double hull, where along the lengths, aside from the davit, fitted with expected room. But there was trouble at the ship to take care of their wound task. 15. Britannic was painted all white for this role, as firing on a marked hospital ship went against the rules of war. Prominent red crosses and a green stripe were painted on her hull too, while up on the boat deck, large red crosses could be illuminated at night time, and a huge lamp could be lowered to heights. The promenade and 15 and were past pain had ending against an operator for a small incident, distinct expectable that the mine's anchor chains were severed, so it floated freely to the surface. Fortunately for Britannic, the mine was inert and it failed to explode. After the war, when Britannic was dry docked for her refit, a deep indentation in her forward plating was spotted. It's thought unlikely that given her 1917 and there were with steel bunks, and she was fitted with basic armament for protection. 3 BL 6-inch guns were mounted, 2 forward and 1 aft.
Oh, God, Lee! I'm tired.
The Titanic. Even more than 100 years after its sinking, everybody still knows her story. With over 1,500 deaths, it was the biggest civil maritime disaster to that date, and the sad reason why the Titanic remains the most famous ship in the world to this day. Far less well known today, however, is the fact that the Titanic had 2 almost identical sister ships, the Olympic and the Britannic. And although their stories ended not nearly as catastrophic, their careers were hardly less dramatic, as all of them seemed to be followed by bad luck. In the end, despite them being the biggest ships of their time, only one of them stayed in service for more than a year. Here's their story. The first and eponymous ship of 3 Olympic-class ocean liners was the RMS Olympic. Her construction started in December 1908, roughly 3 months prior to the Titanic in Belfast, where later the other 2 ships would be built as well. During this time, the White Star Line Shipping Company was in fierce competition for the title of fastest and biggest ocean liner in the world. The latter was already held by 7 of their ships, before the Olympic would reclaim the title an 8th time from the RMS Mauretania of the Cunard Line. However, despite popular belief, the Olympic-class liners were, with 23 knots, never the fastest ships. They weren't even designed to be, as the main goal were size, luxury, and travel comfort. As a result, the blue ribbon for fastest crossing on the transatlantic run stayed with the Mauretania till 1929. The ambition to not only build the first ship over 40,000 gross register tons, but build multiple ones was even.
Things are about to get very interesting. I'll miss you all. Goodbye. After all Carl accomplished, he would never return. But he did promise that there was one more game, but that there was simply no instructions this time. Everyone was in shock, and they were thrilled because they thought this meant freedom. New prison management was coming, and Fat Run's got them. The unthinkable happened. Pepperano is swinging so far down is because he's trying to save people's lives. I don't when all you need to do is start. I'm drowning in fire. She won't leave. Let's go! Yes! Let's get out! Oh my god! They're definitely not too happy about this. Oh, they're attacking!
Oh wow.
You remember this crazy 12-rotor engine? A few months ago, I made a video that mentioned this 12-rotor rotary engine that was built by Tyson Garvin. Since its unveiling in 2015, there really hasn't been much news about it since then. At least until now. When tested on an...
Dude, what's the name of the song? You mean you don't know? Know what? Author of the song named it so that no one can find it.
It took me 26.
Your dog is so trash.
No, what you say about my dog? Go get him, Rufus.
I think we have a Russian in our team. Hello?
The chances of you seeing this YouTube short are super.
If you eat small
Only hackers. Please don't be.
Though it looks like Coke's new soda is space flavored, so I can finally know what Uranus tastes like. You're a green screen eye.
Dude, what's the name of the song?
Let's see if you can guess these people's age.
60.
I would say 4 years old. Let's see if you can guess these people's age.
Get back.
This guy.
Yes, can I get a large iced coffee?
Can I get a cookie?
We have cookies at home, sweetheart.
We have coffee at home.
Chocolate chip or sugar? And a sugar cookie, please.
If you stepped on a...
Okay, and how many eyes do you...
Ben, would you rather be stuck in a desert for 60 days with nothing but a dog? Or be stuck in that same desert with a woman? You let me know.
Bud? Do you hear that? What do you be stuck with?
Which celebrity shares comfort? Men, would you rather...
Yes, can I get a large iced coffee?
Can I get a cookie?
We have cookies at home, sweetheart.
We have coffee at home.
Chocolate chip or sugar? And a sugar cookie, please.
If you see the...
It took me 26 years.
I'm quitting Fortnite, bro. This is my retirement. I'm actually done. I'm wrapping it up after this season.
Oh, I won't let
chip or sugar? And a sugar cookie, please.
Amy Hotline, please hold me close to
Yes, can I get a large?
If you drop a Cheeto on the floor and pick it up within 5 seconds, is it safe to eat? Well, depending on the texture, some foods can become contaminated.
Yes, can I get a large iced coffee?
Can I get a cookie?
We have cookies at home, sweetheart.
We have coffee at home.
Chocolate chip or sugar?
Sugar.
If you hate small brains, this isn't.
Does sound good.
H-E-A. I will comment on any video that uses this sound for the next month. And if I hit 500 subs by May 25th, I will add anyone that used this sound from May 19th to May 25th. I will...
Oh, I won't let you go. Oh, I won't let you go.
I'm sad.
What is this thing on the wall? Like, what happens if you find this in your house? I will tell you ahead. But before, like and subscribe if you believe in God. Videos have been going viral when these people randomly found a moving object in their basement. You won't believe what happens next. You see, this is actually a... What is this thing on...
The bell doesn't dismiss you. I do. I'm just gonna get the fuck out of my class. What? Get the fuck out of my class. I can't go home until the rest of you go home. So go home, because I don't want to see you right now. But what if it...
Which celebrity is your birthday twin?
Guys, comment what time you're watching this video.
And let's try to get the same number of likes and comments on us.
And apparently if you use this audio, Scott Friends will comment on it.
Alright.
I'll be back in 24 hours, and if you get this notification, that means that you treated this video right. I'll be back in 24 hours.
What has 5 toes but isn't your foot? My foot.
Green or... Green or... Green... What will you look like when you...
How to get the perfect smile. Redoing my song because I don't think it was that good.
I'm 2 days into G-Tag and I'm 3 updates behind. There's this kid, let's name him Timmy, he likes to play mini games all the time. But he throws a fit when I am right, and I am new and that's alright. And I...
Yes, can I get a large iced coffee?
Can I get a cookie?
We have cookies at home, sweetheart.
We have coffee at home.
Chocolate chip or sugar?
Sugar.
And a sugar cookie, please. Yes, can I get a large iced coffee? Yes, can I get a large iced coffee?
Can I get a cookie?
We have cookies at home, sweetheart.
We have coffee at home.
Chocolate chip or sugar?
Sugar.
And a sugar cookie, please. Yes, can I get a large iced coffee?
Can I get a cookie?
We have cookies at home, sweetheart.
We have coffee at home.
Chocolate chip or sugar?
Sugar.
Thank you. Sigma? I said one Sigma.
Approaching 2:30 p.m. May 7th, 1915.
Oh.
Campus operator in front of him, they're surprised to see a titanium camera is photographs, lost, roll of film, destroyed. The OJ's unloosed, and it's a small pocket camera. He snaps some shots. Moments later, Lusitania is lost beneath the waves. McCormick is thrown into the ocean, and his camera is immersed. Roll of film destroyed. But were his photographs totally lost? Careful scrutiny of what remains of the film can reveal some startling scenes. Today, we'll examine this badly damaged piece of film to reveal its secrets. We'll look at passenger sketches and drawings to try to show Lusitania's boats while the ship listed sharply beneath their feet. Lifeboats were launched too hastily. They overturned and sent their complement tumbling into the sea. It was an absolute mess. But the whole while, the two wireless men did their work. When Lusitania's power finally failed, they fired up the emergency generator so they could continue to send a distress call. And finally, they were forced to abandon their post. But it was here, at this late stage in the sinking, that McCormick emerged from the wireless office and was amazed by what he saw. He pulled out his camera and got to work.
What the hell?
So you know we gotta go to Oh, I dropped my controller. I dropped my controller. I dropped my controller. I dropped my controller. Oh my god. Yeah, see.
Have you ever gotten Snapchat from a girl?
Nope.
Watch it.
Honey, why is my whiskey half full? Because, darling, you're an optimist. Honey, why is my
guys in their 40s are getting in shape fast.
Red flag, increasing estrogen in men.
One of the biggest mistakes for... Oh, I got to go. Oh, I gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Oh. Oh, God.
So 3, 2, 1, and scammer get scammed, buddy. So 3, 2, 1, and scammer get scammed, buddy.
Oh my God! Yes, I fucking love him. Oh God. Country girls. Oh. They own the hate. Do you hear that one? They hate. Oh my. Holy shit, we beat the whole world. We're good. Yes! Let's go. I'll see you guys in the other one.